Maine legislative leaders have notified Capitol Police that inflammatory letters from a white nationalist organization have been mailed to lawmakers' homes in an attempt to harass. Senate President Troy Jackson and House Speaker Rachel Talbot Ross said today that they have zero tolerance for white nationalist groups' behavior or intimidation. They say the letters began arriving this week, and the intimidating letters come after about 24 people representing the Nationalist Social Club marched around downtown Portland. Portland is in the midst of dealing with the arrival of more than 1,000 asylum seekers since the beginning of the year.